Hi guys, it's Lynska here from EasyLife Retreats.co.nz and Lynska.co.nz. Just coming through on the back of the video from yesterday, which was Lesley introducing herself, so my mum. We want to come through and actually give you a little bit of information about ourselves. I got asked last week by one of my clients, you know, what has sort of brought me into this field and has it worked for me, and it's totally valid that those questions will be out there sort of wondering why we're the ones that are sort of standing up there and trying to bring this change for you. So for me, I've had, you know, quite a bit of experience with maybe a bit of heartache, things not really going my way, and times when I've really had to turn things around. So I actually have used a lot of mind body techniques throughout my lifetime. A bit of NLP was where it kind of started off and sparked my interest, and that was all around actually changing those thought patterns in your mind and making a change, a permanent change. And I've always been quite proactive about things and wanting to see results, and that's where I've always kind of sought out those sort of modalities that do help me to make changes for the better and for a more permanent solution. So in the last 2 years I've taken up my EFT practitioner's training, and that's been awesome. I've always loved EFT. Basically from when I went to counselling a couple of years ago, I'd sort of stayed away from it a little bit, if I'm honest, because my mum was so heavily into it and I saw the results with her. But sometimes you just have to work through things yourself and find your own way, which is definitely what I've found. I've done a lot through my life. So Mum, Lesley's always had like a great wealth of knowledge, and I've picked up bits along the way, but I've also gone on my own path to find my own things and sort of lead me back. And we've come together for this retreat because actually we've found we're pretty much on the par now with the things that we want to be doing and the things that we want to be achieving. So yeah, a couple of years ago I went to a counsellor here in Christchurch, and she used a lot of EFT in my counselling work, and it was just because I was so stressed, couldn't think straight. My friendships, my relationships were being impacted. I just felt like my mood was really coming down, and I wasn't the kind of person that I liked to be around. So we used a lot of EFT to explore the areas in my past that may have been holding me back. We used a lot of EFT to acknowledge the feelings that I had at that time. So I found that it worked really well from there, and it actually really inspired me to go forward and say, hey, this is something that I want to do. I want to empower people in this way because it actually had really fantastic results for me. And there's a lot of research behind EFT showing awesome results for others as well. It's really huge at the moment, and it's probably going to just get bigger and better, I think. The way that things are in the world at the moment, people are looking for more proactive approaches and also self-help tools. So this one, you can come on the retreat and we can teach you all about the EFT, and if you're interested, the early bird retreats actually include, the early bird packages, actually include a 1 hour session with either myself or Lesley during the retreat, and that's a really great place to start actually digging into your own stuff. So we'll work in groups for most of the retreat, but that's a really awesome opportunity for you to actually see how the EFT sessions would work one-on-one. And actually identify something really specific to you to start looking into, and we think that that's actually a really great option to get the most out of the weekend. So with the EFT and also a lot of the visualization that we'll be using and the relaxation techniques, these are things you can take away and put into practice. We don't want them to be hard, we don't want them to take up most of your day, but we need to have something in place that we continue to develop our work after the retreats. So yeah, I've found EFT to be amazing. I've taken up Pilates in the last year as well. That's been great for my physical well-being as well as my mental well-being. And you know, this retreat, we're trying to pack in quite a lot of your own time and space because we really want you to be relaxing at the same time as doing this inner work. don't just want you to come and then go home exhausted, especially if you've taken the weekend off and you work Monday to Friday and straight back into work. We don't want to undo everything that you've just managed to achieve throughout the weekend. So on the weekend, as mentioned on the website and also in the video from yesterday, we'll be looking at goal setting, trying to decide what sort of things you want going forward, putting those things down, and then using a lot of these tools to deal with those little negative thoughts that come up. So for instance, if I sat there and said, okay, I want to earn $500,000 a year by next year, there'll be something coming up in my mind that's like, there's no way that's even achievable, Lynska. And that's when we'd start to use those techniques, because there's the subconscious there, or other people's thoughts and opinions of us coming up and trying to sabotage those goals that we've put in place. So we'd start utilising them to break apart that, well, why can't I, and why do I think that, and where did that belief come from, and actually really getting to the bottom of it, so then we can actually go forward with that more positive mindset. So historically, affirmations have been amazing, but we just need to realise that our subconscious mind controls the majority of our thought patterns, and if we don't even know what's stored back there, then that's having control over these things that we're constantly trying to put into our mind in a positive frame. So we want to acknowledge that, and we want to share with you these tools to get into that back part of that subconscious mind and start clearing the junk out. So we look forward to seeing you on the Facebook page. If you've got any questions, please email us through the website if you're interested. Share this with any friends that you think will benefit from it. We are trying to keep it quite an intimate wee group, so we've got a limitation of about 12 to 15 at this stage, just so then everyone can get the most out of it. And also Kamiora, fantastic location in nature. We've got the spa pools there, you can relax and unwind each day. We've got the beach really close, so we really want you to come and take the time to really explore the things that you need to get you moving forward. So I've found amazing benefits from all of the things that we'll be bringing through to you on this retreat, and I really encourage you to sign up. Come through with us and see how it goes. And hey, if this isn't the right time for you in September, we're looking to run more retreats. We want this to really take off. We believe in it so much. We believe in the need for it at the moment, so we'd like to continue doing that. So again, please send us through an email or a message and just say, hey, can I sign up, and can you give me some information going forward with the retreats that may be coming up. Also, one of the things I just wanted to quickly say is it just reminds me of something last year with the law of attraction type situation. Through my work, there was going to be a conference in Melbourne that I was really interested in going to. Our work rosters are a month about, so I'd put in for leave. It's maybe, I think it was back in May, and it was going to be in September, to say, can I have this leave? I wanted to go to this conference. It was in Melbourne. I went online. I just booked the accommodation. You know, one of those, you don't have to pay for it right now. You can pay for it on the day type situation. And just penciled it in my diary. I had no clue how I was actually going to pay for all of this, how I was going to get there, anything like that. But I managed in the meantime to earn the money and put it to the side for that, and then my company actually rang me up and said, hey Lynska, we want you to be the one person that we're taking to this conference, but you've asked for leave, we don't want to take it off you. And I just said, no, that's fantastic, I actually wanted to go. So then they ended up paying for the whole thing. So you put your mind to it, guys, and even if it's just applying for leave right now, or even if it's just booking the airfares, or even if it's just penciling it in your diary that you're going to be coming, if you don't know that you've got the money right now, or you don't know that you've got the leave, just start putting that intention out there, and I can guarantee if it's right for you, everything's going to fall into place. So thanks everyone for taking the time to watch the video. It's actually gone a bit longer than what I thought it was, but hopefully it's given you a bit of insight to who I am, the things that make me tick, and what you can expect on this retreat. Alright, cheers.